Good evening. Welcome to Reprezent Radio. It's Shay Sade here, and it's Women's History Month. And to celebrate, I'm joined by someone you've probably seen on Twitter, on Instagram, going viral. She's that DJ, okay? She does this, not even for a joke. She does this for real. I'm joined by the amazing Uncle Waffles. Hello, lovely. I'll just give you a bit of a round of applause, okay? I feel like there's only three of us, everyone else that's here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
How are you feeling? I'm
very tired, but I'm very excited to be here.
Do you know what? You came in and I was like, they have worked you.
No,
tired.
No, I just don't travel. Yeah. It takes a lot of time for me to adjust to a place. So the first couple of days, I'm not okay. Mm-hmm. But I'm having a great time.
I know. Yeah. To be fair, I know you're having a good time because I recently saw you at Piano People. You played Ministry of Sound, one of the biggest clubs in London. Mm-hmm. I mean, how do you feel?
I was very nervous coming to a whole new country and playing for a whole new audience. I didn't know how well I was going to be received, and it was more than I expected. Yeah. People was so nice. Everyone was dancing. Everyone was just about it. So I had a great time. And of course, playing Ministry of Sound is huge now. Yeah. You know? And people ask me, I'm just like,
you did that. You did that.
We did sell out the show.
You did. You should. Do you know what? You need to give yourself your own flowers as well as everyone else giving you your flowers. Yeah. So congratulations to you. You've done something that you've made history. Amapiano at Ministry of Sound was never really a thing. It's never as heard of. You and Maparissa shutting it down. It's incredible. We're vocalistic. Everybody, it's incredible. So congratulations to you.
Thank you.
It's also so good to see how far Amapiano has come.
Yeah.
I went to South Africa in 2019, and when I went to Zone 6. I was in loads of different parties, and I think I don't know if it was bubbling up, but it was kind of, I was getting into it. I was like, okay, this sound is. Then I come back to London and I see how far it's crazy how much people in London specifically and Manchester and different parts of the UK have jumped onto it. For yourself, you had an interesting journey. I don't even have to ask you. Don't even have to. You had an interesting journey into DJing. Okay, you started in the pandemic. Okay, a lot of people started their DJing careers and finding their passions in the pandemic. So when you started DJing, was it Amapiano the first genre, or was you like, I'm gonna play a bit of hip hop, I might do some R&B, or was you like, I already know what I want to play?
I already knew I wanted to play Amapiano. But I also did want to play some Afro-tech just to cater to more of an international audience, because that was the sound that left South Africa. So I was like, in case, I get some international stuff, I'd really like to know how to play Afro-tech. But it was always piano. Yeah. Because just how it made me feel, so it's just like, okay, this is actually what I want to do.
Yeah. And it's paid off, clearly. And it's still going to keep paying off.
Amen.
You've been doing incredibly well.
Thank you.
So, let's look at, lockdown. You've come out of lockdown. Boom, you're here. Everyone is seeing you. I think we've all seen the journey, but for those that are listening and may say, who is Uncle Waffles? Yeah. Why is your name Uncle Waffles? A lot of people probably saw the name and they're like, damn, that's a very interesting name. I said it today to some of the people that represent. They're like, Uncle Waffles. I was like, yeah, that's a name. And they're like, okay, they're here for it. A lot of people's first touch point with you was that viral video on Twitter and social. And I know you've probably said, everyone's seen it. I know at this point. But that really was a lot of people's entry point to knowing who you are.
Yeah, definitely.
It made you hundreds and thousands of followers overnight. Your social media just went crazy. Do you ever stop in the mirror and just say, am I here right now? Is this me? Or what would you even say to someone that when you were 16, even at 16 years old?
It's like, it feels very surreal. It still doesn't feel like it's happening to me. And I think maybe that's a good thing, because it hasn't gotten to my head. It hasn't, because it's very overwhelming. There's a lot of good, there's a lot of bad. So it could be very consuming and then can take a toll on me. So I'm present, but I'm also still watching from the outside, and I'm so happy for the person that I'm watching on the outside. I'm like, you go, girl.
You go, girl. Yeah.
Because, of course, I understand where exactly I come from. Of course, people only see the video, and they assume that it was easy just because of that entry point. But the reality is, a lot of people go viral, and no one really takes it far.
There you go.
Yes, you can.
Nail on the head.
Yeah, there's plenty of people who blow up, and then you never hear of them again. Yeah. So it's like, damn. How do I actually explain this? to actually explain this. The viral sensation is a person who actually has a history. One day, of course, I will talk about it, go into the depth. But now I'm just like, yo, I'm in the UK.
You in the UK? Turn up, yes.
I'm in the UK.
Yeah.
Like the other day, I was just like, wait, what?
It is crazy when you think about it. But you know what? You ain't just done the UK, sis. You went to Nigeria. You went to Ghana. You went to Tanzania. You went to Namibia. You've been going around. Okay, people been seeing your face.
I've been.
You're not that new to this. Even though you want to say you're new to this, you're not that new to this. Okay, you've been traveling, but especially coming from somewhere formerly known as Swaziland in English, you have left there and been able to go so international. What does your mum say to you?
My mum doesn't really understand what's happening. Like, she really doesn't. When everything happens, she's like, this is so good for you. But then it was like, I don't know what's happening to you exactly. But I know it's good. She's like, oh, you got verified on social media. What does that mean?
Why do African parents do this to us? Like,
exactly.
They don't get it, do they?
Confused. Even now, she's like, oh, you're in the UK. Okay.
Cool.
That's really nice. That's so great. But what?
What are you doing? What are you doing in the UK? You went to the whole big UK and they're like, I don't get it.
Like, you know, you're going to DJ. But like, why?
Why?
Like, what do you mean? This is a life you've chosen, like, for real. This is what you're going to... Why? But they're very supportive, obviously. Very supportive,
Did you ever go through the whole... Because, you know... We both African, child. I'm Nigerian. You South African. I mean, tell me, would you say like you had the whole, you need to be a doctor, lawyer, nurse?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
When I first started, my mom was like, okay. My mom has always been very supportive. She's always believed in me. So it was like, this though. Like, it was like, okay, do your thing. You know, when you need me, take you to a gig once in a while, I'll take you. But that's just it. Like, it's just like, what you're gonna do is just like the small time DJing, and then you're gonna have to get a job. And go to school. And make money, because no one lives off of this. You know, black parents.
Yes, of course.
So I did go through it a little. They were like, no, go to school and stuff like that. Even though, of course, I was in a position I wasn't able to go to school in that position. But of course, it's always like, yo, make the money and let's do it. It's like, but now it's like, she understands that, number one, I'd love to be at school right now, but realistically, I can't.
You can't.
Like, I can't. I was in school last year. Unfortunately, I couldn't continue because everything came, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to do this when I'm in a position to actually do it fully, because right now I'm just going to half-ass it. I'm not going to do well. There's no point doing it half-hearted. You might as well go put your all into it, and that's what you're doing now with your career. So 100%.
It makes so much sense. So let's talk about the fact that you're only 21. How many 21-year-olds can say they've done what you're doing? And I think you're inspirational. Truly, you have to deep it for a second and understand that you are probably inspiring a lot of younger women who want to be like you, who want to be DJs, who want to be creative and don't know how to even get there. And to be fair, a lot of us are still finding our feet and trying to get on with it. But for you, it's like, it feels as though people's first point of looking at you was social media, but I feel like you have more to tell us in sense of your first touch point with music. Because coming from where you come from, I feel like you grow up around music naturally. It feels like you grow up around music. You know how to dance. Like when I went to SA, I was like, everyone knows how to dance, make music. Is a DJ, is a producer. It's crazy. What was your first touch point with music? Would you say it was Amapiano? Was it like reggae? Was it dancehall? Was it hip hop? Who knows? You tell us.
It was definitely hip hop. I was, one of those dance crews when you were
like, you got served.
I was about it. I was really, really about it. And then, of course, when I started playing, the only sound that felt like it was my sound was piano. So, okay, this is like for the girls out there who are actually like seeing me and are inspired. Like, I just want you to know that your dream is like very valid. Your dreams are valid, as much as sometimes you sit back and you're like, because there was a point where I was like, maybe not this, like it's taking a toll on me. It's not moving the way I want it to, but literally it's yours. Like, continue pushing as much as it gets hard. Continue pushing, because I don't know if anyone's religious is listening to this. I'm very religious. I believe in a God of the impossible. Amen. A God who tomorrow can change my life. So believe in your dream, and tomorrow could be completely different for you.
Now that's a quote for the history books, people. Note that one down. You said it here. You heard it here first. Uncle Waffles said it. I didn't even say it. She said it. I believe in you, and I believe in what you said. So thank you for that. Now, I want to know, you've come from, SA, where you've been DJing. You've come to London. Now, for those that ain't been, can you explain to them in a couple words what the groove is like in SA? Just give the people a visualization, because they're all seeing it online. Like, oh my God, I want to go to SA. I need to book. But they still don't. I don't think that it's not hitting. I don't think it's hitting.
It's something. I've been everywhere, as you said. Yeah. It's something you can never get anywhere else. It's like a groove where it's purely about having fun. Yeah. Like they play all types of genres, as much as you only see piano like in the world now, but they play all types of genres, and you get there, it's like you transcend. Yes, you completely transcend. It's so much fun. Like, it's so much fun that you can't even explain why this is so much fun. Like, why am I here at 3 a.m? Why am I here? Why am I going to party on Monday? Like, where's my life? Where's my life? But it's so much fun. Like, it's damn. In the viral video, how you feel when you watch it is 10 times more when you're experiencing it. Absolutely. So what is the thing you do after the groove? Like, where do you go? Do you go get food, or you like, see you later, I'm just going straight to bed? What's your routine when you're done? When I'm gigging, so when we're at home, we actually have a number of gigs. You can go up to 7 gigs a day. Damn. Which is 7 hours on deck. So I don't want anything after that, please. Like, leave me alone. I want to go home. But of course, when we've had a day where we want to celebrate, we're gonna go have breakfast or something like that. Because it is the morning now. Yes. Like, it is the morning. The sun's out, and we're still on our way home. So yeah, people have different routines. People do go eat, but I usually go sleep.
Fair enough.
Yes.
That's you. And you know what? It just means, would you say you're a rock star, or you're just a bit more like, nah,
I'm a rock star when I have to be a rock star.
There you go. Yes. Okay, there we go. I'm here for it. Okay, there we go. So it feels like the natural progression of a DJ sometimes, anyway, is to get into production. It's to start producing their own music. So at Piano People, so there was an event over the last weekend, called Piano People. Uncle Waffles DJ'd alongside DJ Maparissa at the Ministry of Sound Club. You played kind of like an exclusive of some sort. Now, what I wanted to know is, are we expecting an Uncle Waffles production or you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking back, like, are we expecting this?
Yeah, we're expecting actually a project. Yes. We're releasing a body of work. We just want to make sure that the brand is versatile, and we're meeting all the different avenues, and I want to express myself through my music as well, so you get a bit of Uncle Waffles the DJ through a sound in your ear. You know what I'm saying? When you're chilling at home, you get a bit of Uncle Waffles. Yes. So we are releasing a body of work, but of course the first single is going to come out before then. The single is called Tanzania.
Wow, you've heard it here first on Reprezent Radio. Uncle Waffles has got a single coming out called Tanzania. Make sure you copy it when it comes out. Don't annoy me. You better do it, okay? Period. Come on. Make sure. All right, so talk to me about SA generally, because a lot's been going on. Yes. There has been a lot that's been happening recently. We have lost some greats as well from SA. It was recently, one of them being Ricky Rick, a dear friend to all of us. Yeah. How would you say, what could you describe your relationship with Ricky, in the sense of your friendship with Ricky, in the sense of his impact on you and your career, and the scene generally?
I think the best way to explain is that when everything happened for me, as much as you'd assume everyone had open arms, people didn't. And he was one of the first people to have complete open arms with me, to invite me to his table, to want to work with me, to even invite me to brand things, to potentially put me in the eyes of brands. So he was someone who wanted to bring everyone together. He understood that there's actually a lot of room for us to coexist, and there's plenty of means for us to all coexist. So he was like such a great father figure. He was like, yo, you know what, come. There's enough food at my table. Come eat at my table. Yeah. So, he definitely had a huge impact, especially when I was starting. I felt so welcome to the point where now I'm going to play Cotton Fest.
Yes.
And to me, that was, as someone who wasn't even ever able to attend it, to be playing at it was just like, damn, you really believed in me that much, you know?
Yeah.
And he had no reason to believe in me, just solely because, you know, we see the work and we see what you're doing. He came to one of my shows when everything first happened to just watch this in person. He was like hyping me up. He got on the mic and was hyping me up. And it's like, damn, that's something you can rarely ever find. Someone who's gonna always open up their arms to new talents, to the kids coming in, to make them feel loved and to encourage them. So yeah, a huge part is now gonna be missing, unfortunately, of someone who's gonna do that for everyone, someone who's gonna bring everyone together. But you know, we're hoping to live in his legacy and now be those people for everyone else.
100%. Recipe to Ricky Rick and everyone else that has unfortunately passed away, specifically from the South African music scene. It really does leave a hole. But I'm glad there are people like you who will carry on carrying the torch. And pushing forward. So yeah, it's amazing. So I'm glad he has an impact on your life.
Thank you.
And in fact, the impact has meant, you know, you're so popular. I mean, I'm surprised you're sitting at the table with me right now. I mean, you have a whole champagne pappy following you. and I feel like I just want to know, I don't even want to know if, you know, he slid into your DMs, whatever. I just want to know, are you guys going to have like dinner with Drake at any point? Like, is there going to be a table where I can sit down and get the tips and tricks? But no, generally, how did that feel just to get a couple of like recognitions? Because I also read, now the blogs talk a lot.
Of course.
I don't know if that's true, but if it is true, this is some good tea. I think you might want to know this one. So apparently the blog said that Beyonce and Jay-Z were watching your videos in Italy. Can you...
Wait, what?
Exactly. The blogs.
Even I didn't know that. Are you serious?
I see. The thing is, I try not to like come with fake news, so don't quote me too much. But when I read the blog, I was like, huh? Beyonce and Jay-Z watching.
Beyonce knows me.
Apparently Beyonce knows you. So I'm just like, damn, sis, you really getting apparently some real eyes on you.
I didn't know Beyonce knew me.
I was gonna come to Drake facts. Do you know what I mean? If she's
hey,
here,
Beyonce.
hey B,
hey Miss Carter.
hey Miss Carter.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that. That's crazy. All I knew, of course, was Drake, but I also found that out through a screenshot my friend sent me. They're like, yo, did you see this? In the midst of everything happening. I'm like, you're lying.
Yeah.
I go on his Instagram. It says follow back. And I'm like, he followed me by mistake. Yeah, let me not get too excited. It's a mistake. I check his following. I'm there again. Okay. I wait a couple of hours. And then still, I'm like, you didn't follow me by mistake. It's like real life. And then I tell my management and we're like, that's so crazy. That is so crazy. Because it's like, if Drake saw it, imagine the amount of people who actually saw it.
I'm telling you, Beyonce. I'm telling you. If Beyonce's looking, you gone clear. You've gone beyond clear at that point.
Beyonce, please. You know, I'd love to have you on a piano track. Please don't be shy to like slide him out the air on Beyonce.
Period.
Yeah.
Beyonce, just, you know, the beehive. Let everyone get behind you and just get you to Beyonce's door. That would be incredible.
I'd really love that. Oh my gosh, I love that.
Do you know what I mean? I'm telling you, I'll send management the article when I was like, I didn't know this. But you know, but it is amazing regardless that you are getting recognition, especially from people such as Drake and other people.
People who I didn't think I'd ever have contact with. It's just like, what do you mean, Beyonce?
Exactly. So for you, you know, you've mentioned that you want to drop a project. You've got a single coming out. Do you feel like this is you? Are you gonna turn into like a full-fledged artist at this point? Can we do you feel like that is gonna be your next best step, is to become an artist? Or would you say, you know what, DJ, producing and anything else that's quite creative to you, that's what you'd want to focus on?
I'm not gonna lie to you, I definitely feel like I would love to expand. I'd love to be a DJ, but also, you know, I am pretty good with the little dance moves, you know what I'm saying?
You do. I'm going to talk about that after, so don't worry, because we got the cameras here, we're going to learn something. Okay,
Yeah, I'd love to go into the whole 9 yards, performing as well. So, yes, I'm hoping that Uncle Waffles can still remain a DJ, but, you know, be known for a little, you know, sometimes you really need a little something.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope that we get to see what that looks like for you in the future.
Thanks.
So on the show, we have a segment called the Mood Playlist.
Okay.
So the Mood Playlist essentially is a guest comes on and plays us some songs, like 2 songs. They could choose any 2 songs that they want to choose that describes their mood, their vibe, or what they're listening to, what they're feeling. So we want to know from yourself, give us 2 songs that is describing an Uncle Waffles mood today or yesterday or after the ministry or whatever it may be. 2 songs that you're like, yeah, this is it. This is it.
Okay, so I listen to a lot of piano. Yes, that's like my ultimate go-to. But on days where, you know, maybe life feels a little overwhelming, I do listen to some more mellow music. I love Maria the Scientist. I love Mariba. So one of my favorite Maria the Scientist songs is Beetlejuice. I don't know why. Because every time people listen to it, they're like, girl, what you mean? I'm like, listen to that again.
Okay.
And then Mariba's Planet You.
Okay.
It just makes me feel, you know, it's not really the vibe. It ain't really the greatest mood in the world, but like, it's like my vibe.
Your vibe.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So we got 2 songs. So Maria the Scientist. So we got 2 songs. Maria the Scientist, Beetlejuice.
Yes.
And
Mariba, Planet You.
Mariba, Planet You here on Reprezent Radio. Reprezent Radio. I am still here with the legend that is Uncle Waffles, you know, with the good hair, because she came with the good hair today. I mean, the hair, the inches. Stiff wear. Stiff wear. I'm stiff. She's not stiff. She's got the good hair, okay?
Thank you.
Here with me on Reprezent Radio. I want to know, okay, for those that are coming up, who are 15, 16, who even if you're 40, you're 30, and they've seen your journey, what advice would you give anyone that's like, I want to get into my career, but I just don't know what to do?
Okay, I'm going to use my story as maybe encouragement. So I am from Swaziland yet. I quit my job and I would pack my bags and go to South Africa, try getting gigs. So I'd go and be asking people, can I please play for your gig? Can I please, you know, can you please play 10 minutes? Go to people's venues. And of course, at that time, nobody really knows you. So they don't want to risk their venue. You get there and you suck. There was just a lot of things. Even though I did have mixes and those little clips I have on my Instagram still up now, they were still like, damn, no, we can't do it. So I think the greatest thing I can say is that I'm here right now. The weekend I came from my country, I came on a Friday. I'd packed bags for only 3 days, and today I'm in England.
Wow.
What I can tell you about your dream is that take courage, like fully go for it with both hands. Don't take the risk always for your career. Push hard for it, even if it means packing your bag and leaving physically the way I did, or it means, you know what, actually putting in the work, investing in it, you know, trying to be better in it. So yeah, definitely just take courage and carry your dream.
Woo! I mean, I wish I had a sound for that. That needed a something, a crash or something. That was incredible. Thank you. Thank you for that advice. And how important is it for you to stay grounded?
It's very important to not get lost in this, because it's very easy to feel like, yo, I'm at the top. And it's like, no. You're really, really not. Like, always be hungry. I think that's the best thing to say. Always be hungry. There's always more.
Yeah.
Always want to aspire for more.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think, but also have people around you who are like my team. My team don't make me feel like nothing. Yeah. And my team makes me feel like I'm the same girl who came from Swaziland.
Yes. They'll remind you.
They'll remind you, girl, we'll take you back home right now if you play with us. But like, get a team who they don't treat you like a superstar. Yeah. They treat you just like who you are, so you don't get lost in it. It's very easy to get lost in it. Actually, very easy to get lost in the negativity of it. Yeah. To the point where you're constantly angry, you're constantly anxious, you're constantly uneasy just because of the way it is. Because trust me, with a lot of good comes a lot of bad. Comes a lot of bad.
Well, there we go. There we have it. Thank you for those words of wisdom. Shout out to you for the words of wisdom. So, okay, so before we go, you're known for a specific dance moves that you do when you're DJing, and that everyone just goes crazy.
Yeah.
At Ministry, we was all going crazy. We lost our minds. We was all like, oh wow, like everyone was doing a lot, you know. It was a lot, but it was sick. It was incredible. So we thought it wouldn't be right to have you on Represent and not really show me at least how to do it a little bit, because you know, when I was with Durban Gogo, she was showing me the Kusago, and I was still struggling. So I'm like, you know what? You're gonna have to show me how to do this dance that you do when you're playing Adewale. Okay. All right, you have killed me here on Represent Radio. Shout outs to yourself for joining me in the studio.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for being on. Thank you for being on. Let me turn this off. Thank you for joining us in the studio on Represent Radio. You have been incredible as a guest. What would you say? Yeah, where should people follow you? Where should everyone check you out?
My social media, Instagram is Uncle Waffles _. And then my Twitter is Uncle Waffles. My TikTok is uncle.waffles. That's if you want to see another side of Uncle Waffles.
Yes, I've been seeing your TikToks.
And then my Facebook is Uncle Waffles _ as well.
Sick, amazing.
Yeah. Yo, what's up? It's Uncle Waffles, and you're listening to Represent Radio with Miss Shay Sade. You know what I'm saying?